much. I appreciate all the energy that you have all taken to invest in growing your businesses. So I want to start out with a question. And my first question is, why do you think I'm here? So do you think I'm here to motivate you? Yes? No? I'm not here to motivate you. I hope what I say will motivate you, but that's not why I'm here. Do you think I'm here to help you make more money? Yeah? No, that's not why I'm here. Do you think I'm here to help you become better leaders? Yeah? No, that's not why I'm here. The reason I'm here today is to make you think. That is my job today. And the first thing I want you to think about, because I think about it just about every day, is for those people that have started a business and are running a business today, I want you to think about that day. And I think you all know what I'm talking about when I say that day. And that day is the day that you decided that you could never work for anybody else again. That day. And for me, it was March 2nd, 1993. And my last day of my last job was April 15th, 1993. Not that I remember dates, but those two dates I do remember. And I remember what caused me to want to go out on my own. I remember the vision and the passion and the energy that I had. And it's 17 years later, and I can tell you that I have more energy and passion about running my own business than I ever had. This is Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a king, and he was so evil that the gods required him to push a boulder uphill for eternity. So I've been thinking about entrepreneurship. You know me well enough that I've been at this for close to 20 years, working with individuals that own companies. And I've been trying to find the analogy that I could use that describes your life. And this is what I've come to. That I think your job every day is to push the boulder up the hill. Every day. All day. 7 days a week. 52 weeks a year. Year after year. And maybe 1 out of 100 will get that boulder to the top of the hill and it starts rolling down the other side. That's the ultimate dream, is to be that company that has that boulder go down the backside of the hill, where momentum kicks in and the flywheel takes effect. And you start to get more demand than you actually thought you could, and now your whole world gets turned upside down in a different way. Michael Gerber, who I'll talk about a little bit at the end, wrote a book called The E-Myth, which is the entrepreneurial myth. The entrepreneurial myth is that most entrepreneurs are not entrepreneurs at all. They're really technicians that have had an entrepreneurial seizure. They're very good at what they do, but what they do is not run a business. So I'm going to talk about what it takes to run a business. So breakpoints. First one is charting your course. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about charting your course, about strategy, and about developing your life plan. And at the end of this, I'm going to talk a little bit about my life plan. Building your pit crew, recruiting talent. I said before that business is easy, people are complicated. The single biggest asset that you have in your business, especially in these companies where you're service-oriented, are your people. And how are you treating your people and how are you building your organization? The piece that I think causes the most challenges, communications. We're going to spend a significant amount of time over the next 20, 30 minutes talking about human communications and how it affects your businesses. Partnership pain. How many people in here have more than one owner in their business? I'll probably fly through this section, but those that do have partnerships, it can be exceedingly painful. I know that I had a separation from a partner back in 2003. I've had maybe a half a dozen sleepless nights in my life. 3 of them were during that period. Not fun at all if it doesn't work. Next breakpoint is revving the engine. You need to build a scalable, reproducible sales system that allows you to provide predictable sales results to your organization. Without predictable sales, hard to plan, hard to build a company around inconsistent sales levels. If you're able to do those 5 things, the next thing is changing the guard. We'll talk a little bit about this, about upgrading your management team, putting systems in place. And then the last breakpoint is something we call CEO time. Why do you do what you do? And if what you do is purely for money, I would ask you to think again. Because if you're all about the financial return, and I'm not against financial return. If you look at my bio, the name of my company is For Profit. There's a reason it's called For Profit. So I want you to make money. But to me, money is the byproduct of defining a good market, choosing a product that's valuable, selling at a reasonable price, and taking care of your clients. And at the back end, money is the output. that I believe that business is pretty simple. What's complicated is people. So I'm going to spend most of my time today talking about people and why your businesses are complicated. So when you start to understand how you communicate and how you affect other people in your organization, it gives you the freedom, the opportunity to start to communicate more effectively and to help others in your organization communicate more effectively. You see the world through a unique lens that nobody else has. Your lens is totally unique. What I want to do is break down why it's unique and things that you need to think about, because the only way that you can create change in your organization is to understand yourself first. So if you're an unconscious leader and you just wake up every day and you just go to work and you do what you do every day, you're going to get the same results. And they're not always as good as you want. And you sit there and say, why doesn't the organization move forward? And odds are it's because you're not moving forward personally. I meet a lot of people that have CEO on their business cards, but I meet very few CEOs. So to me, a CEO is someone who understands those other 6 breakpoints. They understand about having a plan and having a strategy to get where they want to go. They understand how to recruit talent and bring in the best people. They understand human communications. They understand how to deal with ownership issues. They understand how to build a sales team. They understand how to change the guard. And they understand themselves. And I don't meet a lot of people like that, but I do meet a lot of people that believe they are CEOs. And at a certain point, every business deserves a real CEO, because it's no longer about you. As I end all of my speeches, I have this quote from a book by Tim Sanders called Love is the Killer App. It says, business education without execution is just entertainment. So I hope that the last 60 minutes was more than entertaining. You actually take some of the information that I provided and put it to use, and that you enjoy the rest of your conference. Thank you.